Hey, if you love reading old cookbooks or really any cookbook as a novel in the evenings and find it relaxing, this is for you. Hi, my name's Trista, the Vintage Cookbook Nerd, and today we're going to go through this big pile of books I got from an antique store, and then a smaller pile of books my cousin gave me. So we're going to travel all the way to the 1920s. So this book is over 100 years old, and then I have things moving on into the 1970s. So we have a lot of time travel to go through here. This one is a Good Housekeeping book of menus, recipes, and household discoveries. That sounds so intriguing, doesn't it? And I'm going to tell you about one recipe I found interesting in each book, as well as some other little tidbits. So this one has Poor Man's Barley Pudding, which I thought sounded interesting because I've only seen barley and savory recipes. So this is really new to me, and all of these recipes come from either the magazine or different people that contributed them. So one household hint that I thought was really amazing was this one about ordering ice by pounds. So this lady said, it is often a great annoyance to the busy housewife to accomplish the necessary household tasks and still keep a watchful eye out for the iceman's arrival in order to tell him the amount of ice desired. I have eliminated this inconvenience in the following manner. I cut out the figures 10, 15, 20, 30 from large typed calendar, and when I need ice, I attach the necessary figure to the ice card with a clip. So interesting to think about getting ice, because of course we have freezers, refrigerators, all that stuff now, but what a cool historical thing. So the next one is one of these booklets. Unfortunately, the cover came off, but this, by my best estimation, is from 1927. I had to do some research on this one, but it's from Royal Baking Powder Company. There are a lot of these company cookbooks that were kind of an advertisement for the company. Doesn't seem like those come out so much anymore because you can find everything online, but this used to be a way to advertise and get people to use more of these products. So something I found in here is called Love Apple Cake. Weird thing is, I don't see any apples in this recipe, and the filling for the cake is a tomato filling. So very interesting. I know tomatoes are fruit, but you don't see them a lot in cakes. So this will definitely be an interesting one to try here on the channel. The next one is Anyone Can Bake. This is a beautifully kind of etched book from 1927. This beautiful hardback only costs $2. And I just love these gorgeous color drawings, illustrations in here. They're just so pretty. I love all these different kind of biscuits. You can have chicken shortcakes, which is really cool. What a great idea. So I just found this book beautiful and interesting. I loved how they really did these photo essays on how to make different breads and cakes and things. Very, very practical and easy to follow along. So what a treasure of a book. Let me know what types of books and booklets you enjoy the most in the comments down below. This one is Cheese and Ways to Serve It. Yum. So this is from the Kraft Cheese Company, and a lot of their cheeses, although this one is shown in a loaf, some of them were also in tins, which would be really cute. It's from the 1930s. I couldn't find any date on this, and in my research I could not find the exact booklet, but it does have color illustrations in it, so somewhere in the 1930s. One recipe I thought sounded yummy, here's some more illustrations, was baked rice and cheese. That's not a recipe you see very often, and it also tells you the food value in calories. So this is 2,400 calories, this dish. Not per serving, luckily, but in the whole dish. So I thought this was a really interesting booklet. I learned a lot from that. The next one is also from the 1930s, produced in New York, Leon Perrin's sauce. So another promotional recipe booklet. And I really thought that a lot of these fish recipes sounded good, especially these salmon puffs, which you can use leftover or canned salmon in. So super easy and fast. So this will be a fun one to try. And again, a really beautiful little booklet, lots of recipes with the sauce. So let me know if you love that kind of sauce. Yeast raised breads. So this one, maybe from the 20s or 30s, I'm not certain. I could not find too much information on this booklet, but it's from Standard Brands of California. So different brands of things. It even has a cool newspaper clipping in there. The recipe I thought sounded good was the Bohemian Huska. It's a kind of braided bread. So I'm excited to try this and learn more about it. Let me know if you love baking bread or yeasted items. This is a great one for that. This super cute booklet for refrigerators, General Electric ones, is from 1950. Just so darn cute. It had black and white photos, a lot of salads, frozen desserts, a lot of things that you would need to chill in here, of course, since they're advertising the fridge. But a lot of these frozen desserts sounded yummy, especially the ice cream recipe, the Christmas sherbet, and the toasted almond ice cream. Those both sounded so good. So I'm very excited to try some of these frozen desserts. Let me know if you love ice creams and frozen desserts. Here is a cute one by the Fleischmann Yeast Company. That company still exists. There's no date on here, but I'm guessing, oh wait, maybe there, no. I found it, 1962. So we're rolling on in time. Sometimes you really have to search for the copyright date. But I thought this was a really cute book. A lot of yummy things in here. And shoot, I forgot to mark the recipe I was looking for. But, for example, this date braided coffee cake, that looks so good. So many yummy things for get-togethers and things like that. So it looks like the Standard Brands had tea, gelatin, looks like some peanuts, some oil, different brands that might still exist today. So very cool. And so these were really tiny booklets, but in beautiful condition. So this one was for Pillsbury flour from 1965. So all these cute cookies that were just adorable. And they had advertisements for other items like raisins and prunes. This one is lemon molasses squares. I thought it was really interesting. So instead of just a plain shortbread, there's kind of a spiced molasses bottom to the cookie and then the lemon on top. So I'm super intrigued by that. Let me know what you think. But this is a really cute book. Again, in mint condition, really. And this one really fascinated me. So this is a Betty Crocker just paper booklet. I don't know how it came as a promotion or whatever, but it has all these kind of magical things like Mystic Candy Dough and making wand cookies. Just a lot of fun, interesting things. I love this saucery pie where it's like a pie within a pie, which I thought was just adorable. And then this is super cute, like a cookie tree, which would be beautiful for a wedding or for a gift or for a baby shower, bridal shower, I thought. So a lot of fun, magical ideas in here from 1963. Super fun. Let's move on to the next one. We've got, going along with the Betty Crocker theme, a couple more Betty Crockers. This is New, Good, and Easy Cookbook. This is also from the 1960s. So a lot of practical main dish, kind of casserole type of things in here. This one, beef crumble on muffin squares. So these are savory muffins. The recipe's back here a ways. But I thought that was a kind of clever and interesting idea that I will be trying. So let me know if you love 1960s casseroles. There's other dishes in here as well, but kind of faster recipes in there. And then this one is super cute. Dinner for two. So if you're an empty nester, retired, newly married, or just for two people, you just need to cook for two people, any situation. But anyway, I love how they have these fancy menus for each day of the week, as well as other sections when company comes. But I thought, gosh, this is a lot of work for a Monday because you're making burgers, noodles, lettuce wedges. You're having ice cream with a sauce. I mean, gosh, that's the way to live, right? So I love these menus in here. Let me know if you cook for two or have tried any of these type of books before. This one, I just love the kids ones too. This is from 1972, a junior's cookbook, so ways for kids to learn how to cook, which I think is super nice. These everyday drumsticks looked really good. It's kind of like a ground beef on a stick with bacon on it. What's not to love there? So let me know if you have any old kids cookbooks or learned how to cook in one of these. I know I had one very similar to this that I learned out of. So let's move on to the ones my cousin gave me. Now, these this actual book is not from the 1800s, but it's things that people would have enjoyed on the Oregon Trail. So I found this one fascinating, vinegar candy made with apple cider vinegar. It was a way to get more vitamins when you didn't have citrus fruits and things on the trail. So this is a definite one that supposed to taste like lemon, so I want to try that. So a lot of fun old treasures in this. And then this Duncan Hines dessert book. There's a video I'm working on right now with a maple custard, the baked custard recipes in here. You can see Duncan Hines himself back here from the 1950s, this book, an awesome treasure. Another wonderful booklet from Baker's Chocolate. So every single recipe has to do with some kind of chocolate here. Look how delicious. It's really hard to choose in here, but I'm interested, now that I actually have a custard in the oven, I'm interested in this baked chocolate custard, which sounds really yummy to me. Let me know if you love chocolate desserts. So the last book I have here is Spices of the World Cookbook by McCormick. So a much larger kind of promotional book by a spice company, but really lovely. So this one, I forgot to mark the date, I think, but it might be also the 50s or 60s. Actually 1964, so a little bit older. Or younger, I should say. But a lot of the seafood recipes looked really good. I thought the broiled salmon tarragon. You don't get a lot of recipes featuring tarragon. I also noticed they had a lot of sesame seed recipes that were different in here. So everything from savory to desserts using a lot of spices and herbs. This is a huge treasure. I just love it. So yay, thank you so much for joining me on this cookbook haul video. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know in the comments down below your favorite book from this haul and any that you have picked up recently. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next cooking adventure.